Yes, so anyone that tells you you can't get gonorrhea from a goat is lying. It's like, right, let's go live. Oh, shit, we're already live. Oh, never mind. Scrap that, everyone. What's up, everyone, and welcome to episode 152 of the XBL Party Podcast. I am your host, the force-wielding, destiny-shooting, clicking heads, ripping into shreds, BMG, and I, as always, am joined by a group of panel members and another guest this evening. Fabio, rest in peace. He got trampled on by one of his cows in his milk farm, and sadly, he may have a quick recovery. I don't know how they do it in Brazil. They use like magic dust, mushrooms. I don't know. Spray a bit of milk on. So he may turn up. He may not turn up. Who knows? But I am joined by tonight he is the games reviewing, ghost busting, OG ambassador himself. I'm a Ghostbuster Ash. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm tired today, but yeah, happy to be here. My room looks a mess. I apologise. I'm currently redecorating, so this side of the room is just boxes. That side's all right. Let's look over there.
Just hide it with Dave's head.
No, one side's done. That's all that matters.
That's it. This side's done, apart from the plugs. I need to put a telly up on wall just there for the consoles over there. But yeah, other than that, this side, the green screen's going up over there soon. You'll see that next week, hopefully.
Is that why you're doing the OnlyFans stuff?
That's it, yeah. All the babies out.
Only feet, Dave. Only feet.
See how many donuts he can get on his nipples in one go.
That's it, yeah. But it's
got to be crispy cremes, though. Can't use that cheap shit. Give the fans what they want.
But yeah,
tonight,
going well, mate.
Good, right, I'm done with you. Right, tonight, and we are also joined by, some people say that he played Cousin It in Adam's Family. Other people say he was the creator of KY Jelly, but we know him as KY Bob. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I am doing good. Glad to be here. Ready to get some games talk going and drop your linen and quit your grinning. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. And we are also joined by our special guest tonight. What can I say about him? Some people says he looks a bit like a goat. Other people say he's related to some kind of form of leprechaun. But he's our newest games reviewer as of late, Shadow Moore. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty busy day today. I'm kind of tired.
Right. Well, you know, I'm glad you could take time out of your busy schedule to join us. And I do see Fabio is in the back room, but because he's late, he's on a half an hour penalty. I'm joking. Let's bring him in. Good evening, Fabio.
Seriously, god damn it!
I'm not because I've got so many windows open at the bottom. You were like hidden. I heard the beep, but I didn't see where you are.
And it would take you half an hour for you to figure it out. Is that what you mean?
Well, I'm not very good with computers. You're lucky we've got this far.
I keep forgetting you're a grandpa. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm old now, so you know. So it takes a time for these things, but.
You know, it's old when he keeps saying that his computer's held together by dust and rust.
I'm in a potato. It is. The power button I can't turn it off anymore. This is on 24/7 because I cannot turn it off. I've hit the power button that many times with a hammer to get it to turn on that it will not go off anymore. I dread a power cut or anything like that because then it's screwed. I've had it. It's gone. But yeah, Fabio, how are you this evening?
Yeah, I'm great. Sorry for being late. I really ended up having too much work to do at the laboratory. But yeah, we're here. Glad to be here, and I'm really curious about what we are going to be talking. And like, what the fuck were you guys playing yesterday?
Well, we'll get into that. But
I'm assuming footage.
You got footage. Oh my lord!
I would just like to say apologies to anyone that does normally watch this on Twitter, but apparently Twitter's now put into effect that we can't stream it to Twitter unless we pay Twitter. So we'll no longer be streaming the show on Twitter. we'll probably go back to streaming it on Facebook or something. We'll find one other platform so we can do 3 at a time. So we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, supposed to be on Twitter or X, but Elon's a greedy bastard, so we can't do that anymore apparently. So sorry.
I was just about to ask you about it. So what the hell is that
Seriously?
about? For
We're not able to stream on Twitter.
Greedy Elmo.
For fuck's sake. We were doing so well there.
For a short period of time, we was. And yeah, sorry, I forgot to read that. Finbear member for 18 months. Thank you very much. And just a reminder to everyone else that you can also become a member of the XBN network for as little as 99p. Can I convert that into anyone else's currency? Can I hell? I just deal with the king's money. That's all I can deal with. One time we ruled the world, we had everything, and then everyone had to rebel and the rest of it. But we'll go with the English version. Yeah, not for a little as 99p, we get exclusive videos. You get access to Ash doing weird things with food, which is, I don't know if you've done any recently. Any weird food things?
They didn't get a lot of views on YouTube when I was doing them. And weirdly, you guys that are members don't watch the members' videos. I don't know why. Only sort of Muppet and Thimba seem to ever comment on them. And like, we don't have a huge amount of members, but I know for a fact you don't all watch the members' videos. So why, like, thank you for supporting the channel, but like, you get extra stuff. So the amount of people that are watching the members' videos, I've tried to sort of do different things now to warrant doing them, and different types of videos. There will be some more stuff. I've been recording some more food-related stuff, but it's probably going to go more on TikTok. It seems to do stupidly well there. I did one the other day on TikTok in my car, like stupidly bad audio quality because I had the fans on because it was so hot, raving at how bad this drink I'd just had was. And that was like my most watched TikTok video in like months and months and months. So TikTok likes food, YouTube just doesn't. So I'm sort of focusing more on the gaming stuff on YouTube. We're going to do some more tier videos soon. I've got a pile to just record. It'll be very, very, very soon.
We'll start doing giveaways exclusive to members. That's it. I'm telling you.
I have done a few giveaways exclusive to members. I just don't know what the terms of service are on doing them on YouTube. So we may have to have like a members section on the Discord where I can just dump codes, because every now and again I get like Steam codes I don't need or Xbox codes I don't need, because I get bundles and stuff all the time and I don't need everything in them. So I'd rather give them to members than people who follow us on Twitter for like 5 minutes just to get entered into a competition to then unfollow us next day. So keep your eyes peeled.
That's fair enough. And also, we do have a merch store where there are numerous items you can buy. I think we've got some Halo pins. I've got some XBN. Have we got mugs? Do we have mugs?
We've got XBN mugs. We've got XBN t-shirts. I've got some actual game merchandise that'll be going up soon as well. The website's gone back live today. I'm still editing it. It's just the same old website. I've just took some stuff off, but there'll be a built-in merch store going live very soon on that, as well as a load of other like slight improvements and stuff. It's just I've just not got around to doing it because life's been hectic.
Yes. Busy lives being adults and doing adult things, Well, anyway, that's all good. Check it out. Description and links are in the description. Didn't make sense that, but you'll find it there. Muppet, do a new one eating a cucumber. Yeah, okay.
That's OnlyFans, that one, mate.
Yeah, that's the green screen edition.
Should give away the half-eaten cucumber.
No, because Muppet would buy it.
He would.
Muppet would buy it. I'm waiting until he'll start getting requests for putting farts in a jar or something like that.
Hey, if he pays enough, I'll do it. I've got no shame, mate.
But tonight's topic. Go on.
No, I'm going to say if he sends us a cucumber, we'll do it. But I don't want an old cucumber. No. Let's not do that. Let's Let's run that rewind. We don't want that.
Oh,
we are going to get
flavored KY jelly.
We are going to get cancelled so fast.
If we've not been cancelled by now after talking about Priest fiddling children and everything else. We're going to
I
get.
still think we should petition for the BMG I'm a Ghostbuster cut of that podcast we were on, that PlayStation one that we recorded 2.5 hours for, and it ended up being an hour long when it got released.
Oh, the stuff that you had to cut.
Unedited edition where about Mr. Tumble in the woods and stuff. Bring that out. I can't remember which one it was.
It was Donnie's
Exclusive
on
to members. So
Pure Dead PlayStation podcast.
Pure Dead PlayStation, where they trimmed all of our conversation. Literally, must have spent hours cutting through that because it was like less than half of what we recorded.
He was just trying to win. He's going, oh, cut that. Oh, cut that. You know, making a note of everything that he was going to have to cut. Oh, my God. Thank you, Muppet. Oh, Ash, sorry, Ash, you click. I thought I was hosting, but you go ahead. You do all the
just like to click stuff, mate.
You click stuff. Muppet, £2 donation. Thank you very much. You can buy one now. Buy what? Is he on about the cucumber?
Probably. Coming from Muppet, what are you expecting, honestly?
An XBN branded cucumber, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, that can work. That can work.
Just laser engraved the XPN network logo into the side of the cucumber.
That's it. Just get a knife and carve it in. Tonight's topics include Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 has hit Game Pass as of now. It is live, as well as FTC complaining to the world, I suppose, especially to the court, about Xbox introducing a new tier. Halo TV show cancelled. Xbox has no money to market in Europe. But before we get into all that goodness and video game 20 questions at the end, selected by Fabio. So it's going to be some obscure game from the 50s that only came out in Brazil on the, remember them machines that had the water in where you had to push it and the little rings went up? It'd be something like that.
I'm going to give my answer right now. Halo Infinite.
No, it isn't. It isn't. Okay, so you're
already narrowed one down.
Okay, no, you already lost. Is that it? Like you guessed the game and you guessed it wrong. What
so the first question is like, is it a Halo game? Yes, right.
No.
Does it have a 1 in it?
Before we get into all that, let's get into what have we been playing. We shall start with our guest this evening, Shadow Mall. What have you been playing this week?
Well, I played more Insurgency Sandstorm, which I did a review on that. That's on the channel. I played.
Make sure you check it out.
Yeah,
like, share, subscribe.
Yeah. Played some more F1. I played that F1 management. I'm kind of and ahhing about it at the minute. I've started playing a VR game that's going to be coming to the channel soon, so keep an eye out for that.
Is it under embargo? Embargo?
No.
You just don't want to tell us. I don't want to tell you.
Ash knows what it is.
I know what it is. I can't remember what it is. Do you know what? It's nice to have someone doing like PC VR, because for some reason they just sent me it and I was like, oh, I'd love to cover it. And then it was PC VR, not PlayStation VR, which meant I couldn't use it. So it'd be nice to finally cover it on the channel. So yeah, it'll be coming soon, guys.
Yeah, like I said, for anyone that doesn't know, Shadow Mall is helping Ash out with game reviews for here and there, and he's doing obviously a bit more of the PC side as well, because he has a really good PC. So just keep an eye out on the channel of more of his reviews coming up in the future. And this VR game that we're not allowed to know. It's embargo. No, not going to tell you.
Well, we completely defeat the purpose of a game review.
Yeah, just no one's going to know what it is. You're going to blank everything out on the review that what the game is. No fucker's going to know. You're just going to see footage, and that is it. No name, no nothing.
It's a game.
I always tell a little bit about the game when I start the video. So
but not the name. You can't have the
Not
full
the
name.
name.
It's all in the video.
So,
all right.
like, basically, it is equivalent to his version of 20 questions. Like, he's not gonna say the name.
Yeah.
Just gonna show some stuff from the game so you can guess it.
Yeah,
Simple.
that's it. That's it. It's the only way. Right. Anything else,
Which,
Chadamore? So I think I interrupted you there. Anything else been playing?
I did like about 10 minutes of Modern Warfare 3 before we started.
So we can know what that game is. That's all right.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I've not actually played any Destiny 2.
I've not either, but we'll get into that. KY Bob, what have you been playing this week so far, sir?
Well, the Xbox hasn't been turned on. Been playing Serum on Steam. Survival: The Fountain of Youth on Steam, and Once Human on Steam.
I've heard a lot about that Once Human. I've heard many people talk about it, but I still don't actually know what the game is. I'm assuming it's some sort of survival.
It's a sandbox survival. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so is that where you run around naked with a stick, bashing trees type thing? To make,
no, not
kill.
quite. Not that much of a survival. You don't start off naked and afraid.
It's not Rust.
No.
You
I've
start
heard that,
naked, but
Rust.
with courage. That's what it means.
All the first the 18-year-olds are playing that Rust now, aren't they? Just to run around naked.
God.
Each their own.
I remember first playing Rust, and what I hate about Rust is that when you left the game, your base was still on the server, and everybody could they would steal shit from you while you weren't in the game.
I mean that kind of makes sense that the base would stay there. However, your character staying there and not despawning, yeah, that's more.
Yeah.
So the idea is you've got to play the game 24/7 if you never want to die and you get robbed.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. No, that if I had hair, I'd be pulling it out. That's just too much stress. Too much stress for me. Oh, Fabio, what have you been playing, my friend?
For fuck's sake, seriously? You're going to be back with the fucking Italian accent. Well, no, actually, I haven't been playing much. I've honestly been playing more like, of course, Halo Infinite, yeah, yada, yada, yada. And I've been playing some NBA 2K24 franchise modes. Basically, that's it. Nothing that much exciting, nothing new. I might end up buying some games from the game sale and then play the new stuff, but we'll see.
So is it looking at NBA 2K, your game of the year? Is that what we can put on the top of your list ready?
By the way, the NBA 2K24 was released last year. Okay.
He's
So
looking forward to this year's release. That's what he's waiting for. 26.
That's it. 25? Will it be 25? Will it be 26?
Yeah, it's got
25.
this year is going to be 2K25 actually.
2K.
They always do that. Like every time they release a new game, they put 1 year ahead. The number for some reason. So
Must be an American thing.
I don't know,
Always
Bob.
ahead.
Can you explain this to us? Why does NBA 2K does this? Like they released the game in 2024 and the name is 2K25, or Madden, it's released in 2022 and the name is Madden 23. Why?
Because the season is that's the year of the championship. Okay, so the basketball season starts in 24, but the season and the playoffs and the championship won't be over until 25. Just same thing as the NFL. If the season starts in September, but the playoffs and the Super Bowl and the end of the season isn't until the first part of 25.
Yes.
So there you go.
Fair enough. So, as we said, it's an American thing.
Just to comment on Timber, it doesn't happen with F1 because F1 releases halfway through the real life season.
Does it?
Going on the F1 24 game.
Right, all right. Fair enough again. Ash, what have you been playing? Anything interesting?
Nah, it's all shit.
You know about this.
So I've played a few games this week. You can find a lot of the reviews up on the channel. I've been playing a horror game with BMG though. Footage up now. So warning, if you don't like scary stuff, blood stuff, just listen for a little bit.
Or penises.
It's coming on and it's gory as hell. And it was Outlast Trials. It's a sort of co-op game. We played it last night and it was amazing. It's scared the shit out of me, made me laugh, made me cry. It was amazing. I went through the many stages playing it. It was great. And so that's up on screen. I've also been playing a whole host of other games. I'll put footage up through the show. I played Willy's Wonderland, which is a tie-in to that Nicolas Cage Five Nights at Freddy's knockoff film.
Oh, the animatronics where he's cleaning he's a cleaner or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a 2.5D beat 'em up like Streets of Rage and stuff like that. It's okay. It does job. It's only £4, so it was fun enough, but it didn't have the likenesses. They weren't able to use the likenesses, as the dev commented on my review video. So they had the likenesses for the animatronics, but they couldn't get the main two actors' likenesses, unfortunately. I've been playing Shim, which is a little indie game where you play as like a soul in a shadow soul. And you get split from your human, and you basically have to jump in shadows to get back to them. That's pretty cool. And Disaster Band, which is like the best rhythm game ever, where you play like a kazoo, and like you can have one of the instruments is meowing cats and stuff like that. So funny stuff. But this is the main one I've been playing so far. I've also installed Modern Warfare. We're going to play that later, hopefully, if yours is actually working. But this is great. I mean, so this isn't one set clip. This is because Xbox only records at like a minute a time when you do a clip. So if it's jumping about every minute or so, that's why I've just put them all into one video file. But yeah, the tutorial on this scared the shit out of me. People chasing you, people grabbing you, all sorts of crazy ass stuff. And I'm still not exactly sure what the point of the game is. You're basically a test subject or something, I could gather, with your own little bedroom, which you can customize your own bedroom, which is weird. You can get like posters for your wall and all sorts of stuff. And then you do missions. So it's like Dead by Daylight, but it's like up to 4 players do missions. You're not versing other people, you're versing NPCs, but you have missions to do in a variety of different environments, don't you? So
yeah, it's very, very strange. So yeah, I've been playing it as well. I think the idea is you're meant to be becoming reborn or something like that.
Yeah, weird culty, isn't it?
Yeah, so you go through these trials to like earn these points to be set free and reborn. But yeah, it is a freaky ass game. As Ash said, it's a co-op game. You can have up to 4 players. So we got this based on reviews. We read the reviews. The reviews are hilarious. So if anyone gets a chance, check out the reviews for this game on the Xbox Store. The reviews themselves are just insane. One of them's like, what was this game killed
my gran.
Yeah, killed my gran. It gave my gran a heart attack. Another one was this game made me explode in my boxers more than my girlfriend ever could. And it's like, what this game? Insane, absolutely insane. So we got it, and this mission you see now is like kind of like the prologue bit. You've got to play on your own, sort of teaching you the controls and things like that, because you've got these goggles that have been drilled to your head. So you switch them on, but they've got a battery, and it only lasts for so long. And then once you get that bit done, you end up in this like dormitory area and you can like play chess, arm wrestle, and do this color thing. It's like a color game. There's other people in there as well. And then you select your trial, and then you go into the trial, and then you've got to do the mission. Like the first trial we had was stop the snitch from talking or get the key from the snitch or something
Get the
from
key
the snitch.
from the snitch, but you have to like cut it out of his stomach or something like that.
Yeah, it's in his intestines, and you're gonna have to
God's
pull out
sake.
his intestines to get it. But there's this crazy copper with this electric prod thing that's also wandering around that's trying to kill you. So he like zaps his own penis and rubs himself and stuff like that. It's crazy.
amazing.
It's crazy. And then there's this big tall guy, like big, huge, tall, naked guy, penis just flopping about everywhere, chasing you to kill you. And it's like, what the fuck's going on? It's
Okay, so that was what the reviews were saying when I read them, saying like, I'm being followed by Drake and I'm horrified.
That's it.
You're
That's
like,
it.
Jesus Christ.
It's so weird. It's like it's such a weird game because like you start off and it's all single player and it's first person. It scares the shit out of you. There's people chasing you, and then you go into it and it's like a 4-player. It's basically like Dead by Daylight and what's those other games like Friday 13th.
But scary. But actually,
Yeah, but scarier. And you've got these night vision goggles, and you can hide in like cupboards and stuff, like the Friday the 13th, to avoid you like being caught and stuff. But there was that one, we were in this basement, and I was hiding in the bin, and the guy came into the room and was like, "Oh crap, my night vision goggles have run out of battery." So it just went pitch black. I couldn't see anything, and I'm like, "Where is he, BMG? Where is he?" And then this guy just like pulls me out of a bin and beats me to death. So it's very bloody though. It's very gory. But
like
it's fun.
I mean, like I was with you guys listening through your match through the Xbox Party chat there, voice chat, but like I was actually like baffled by especially BMG's reactions, because at the same time that he was screaming in horror,
there's the copper.
he was screaming in laughter, he was screaming in crying, all at the same time. I had no
amazing.
idea if he was faking it or if he was
No.
actually getting insane by the game.
It's insane.
Did he scream like a little girl, Fabio?
Oh, I did. Oh, I did. I was like, I'd be stood with Ash. Ash is like trying to pull this key out this thing. I was like, Ash, I can hear him. And I was going, oh! And I'd run.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
so
just run, Ash, run.
like,
you have different things to do, like different missions. We only did a couple. One of them was find the snitch, and this one, and then there was one where you had to find keys to turn machines on to drop these people into a meat grinder, basically. But there's all these bodies all over the map, and they've all got symbols on, and you have to look at the clues to work out which one you need to stick your hand in. Basically, you stick your hand down the neck, pull the key out. If it's correct, you get a key. If it's wrong, it's like a bomb that damages you and stuff like that. But it gets really frantic, and like there was death and everything. It's great. It's really hard to explain, but oh my god, we had so much fun. And like I felt more dread playing this than I have playing like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, Dead by Daylight. Genuinely, like it's terrifying at times when it's pitch black and you can hear them, and then they just come smashing. Like they'll kick the doors open, won't they? They don't even care.
Oh yeah.
So
they'll just like grab you. And there was this weird guy. We tried it. I think if it was the second or third time, we had this like weird baby guy. And you get like this clip at the start, and he's like sucking on this corpse's nipples, and he's got tits cut off, hung on hooks and stuff like that. And he's got a dummy round his neck. He looks like he's proper inbred. And he's like chasing around with a shotgun, and he tries to he's like half killing you, and he's like, I want you to suck on this now, suck on this dummy now. I'm going to stick it up your ass. Oh, it's insane. The game's insane. It's 4-player co-op. We need another 2 people to join us because it's just crazy. It's fun. It's scary. It's terrifying. I hate horror games, and this is the most terrifying horror game I think I've ever played. And generally, I had to go and check that I hadn't shit myself.
It's hard with 2 players though, because we were only playing with 2 of us, and you're supposed to play with 4. But also, it's got like fear gas as well. At times, you get like fear gassed, and there's hallucinations, so things will come running at you that aren't even there. So you have to get antidotes to stop you from going insane. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, it's so good. But you just get thrown in deep in the tutorial, and my God, it's scary as shit.
Terrifying. But I want to play more. I do want to play more, and so that's the aim. We're going to play more at some point. But
we might even stream it. Yes, you need to buy it. We need a squad. Take on the baby man. I don't know if you can see if I got any footage of the baby man because he was beating you up a lot of the time.
He wouldn't leave me alone. It's like he knew all the comments I'd said about kids and priests. And stuff.
Also, do you know, like in Ghostbusters, you have like your daily tasks and stuff to do to get extra XP. So mine were like walk so far and run so far, and then throw bottles so far. So I was like running around throwing bottles at enemies because you can distract them with sound, or you can like smash them in the face with them, basically. So, it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to unlocking more costumes and stuff because some of the costumes are creepy as hell. So,
but terrifying, absolutely terrifying game. Can't wait to play more. So if anyone wants it, it's on offer on Xbox stuff. I think £21.39 at the moment. Oh, there was a naked guy just walked past Ash's locker. Naked guy. Oh, there he is.
There he is again.
Big naked guy.
Basically, this is the point where BMG's like going, "Oh, he's getting me," and I just was like, "Right now, I'll hide in this closet and leave him to it."
Yeah, been beaten the shit out of to death by this big, huge naked guy. Oh, there he is, penis out and everything.
Why?
Okay. Jeez.
And like people like when BMG is scared, like when BMG is scared, I don't know why he starts talking so fast while he's at the same time screaming.
I panic. I do.
No, you totally panic. It's like it was really funny to hear.
But yeah, that's big naked guy. That's Drake wandering around.
We've only played like one map. We've played the police station and done two different trials on the police station, so it's in like two different areas. But yeah, it's fun. We had a lot of fun. I can't wait to play more.
Okay. Shall we?
The single that's like him runs off and leaves me while I'm in the middle of getting the key, leaving me with bloody naked Drake. But yeah, the other game, I think the only other game that I've played as well as this is I did more on RoboCop. I thought I'll give it another bash. Started playing it, and I have, and it's just getting very repetitive. And it is like there's like not open world, but open world areas. And even when you try and run, it's just so slow. And it's not like you can duck behind out the way of enemies and then shoot them. You just got to take the damage and shoot. So I've given up on that now. That game's done. I'm looking to start Cyberpunk 2077 because now it's had every update's done, the expansion's out. So I'm hopefully I may make it started tomorrow. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see.
I downloaded Cyberpunk to start that. I haven't played it yet though. It's on my list.
Yeah. So I'm going to give that a bash. Give that another bash.
Right. The last time I played Cyberpunk, it killed one of my drives.
Oh, it killed one of your drives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God,
it killed on my hard drive.
Was it a mechanical drive?
It was, yes.
Yes, it's.
It
it doesn't. That was the problem on the Xbox One and the PS4 was the mechanical drive that affected the performance. So it doesn't surprise me that it was very taxing on the drive itself, and it killed it.
Yeah.
Maybe write to CD Projekt Red so they can give you some money, get you a new one.
I've got a better drive now anyway. I've got a better PC since then.
Right, let's get into it. So, as we all know, it was rumoured last week that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was going to drop into Game Pass by the end of July. And beginning of this week, it was pretty much pinpoint the date was going to be the 24th because that's when the new season starts on Call of Duty. And lo and behold, it has. The first game has now dropped into Game Pass from Activision. We've had one from Blizzard, with Diablo 4, and now we've got one from Activision, which is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. But why not the others? Why start with this one? Is it just to try and build hype for the new one? I'm going to start seeing the other ones leading up to 1 or 2 a month leading up to Black Ops coming out. So let's see what everyone thinks. Fabio, Call of Duty dropped today. I'm assuming you downloaded it or you've downloaded it.
Yeah, all good.
Would you have rather seen one of the ones first, or are you glad that this is the first one? Would you have started one of the other series like Black Ops?
No, like honestly, I'm glad that we got this game right now. I think it's fair enough for you to try to especially increase the amount of players that are going to be playing the most recent game of your IP. Honestly, it does make sense, especially because for what I've been seeing, this Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is going to be releasing soon enough a brand new season, or has it already been released?
Today.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, so it makes sense for them. So let's try to put more players into that. They are going to not spend money on the game, on the base game, but are going to spend money on the microtransactions there, which totally makes sense. But like, even though I am glad that finally we are getting Call of Duty on Game Pass, we got a Call of Duty here. I'm like, why the fuck is it taking so long? What are you waiting? Like, what is the issue that has been going on for them? Any other game, not just like the other Call of Duties, but like Activision Blizzard itself. Like, there are some games that you don't have to like, oh, we need to put this game on a specific date because it's going to generate so much hype out of it. And like, wait, why? Like, which hype are you going to be getting from that classic game collection from Blizzard, which you got the Lost Vikings as well as other retro games? Like, it's a pretty good bundle that you get in that game. So like, why haven't you put that sort of game, for example, on Game Pass already? Or why hasn't Crash Bandicoot been there also? Like, we are not going to be getting for now. We have no announcement of a new Crash Bandicoot game, so why is it taking so long? We got nothing on Spyro as well. Why isn't that there? So like, I'm still just confused. But yeah, I think we are finally starting.
Are we? This is the thing. It's like the last time it was brought up to Phil Spencer, the reason they couldn't drop these games into Game Pass was because they couldn't do anything till the deal was done, and then they had some work to do. But it's like we're literally past halfway through the year, and this deal was signed, sealed, delivered last year. So it's like, what is the reason? And I just, all I can think is it's FTC stuff that's holding things back. But I don't know. We'll just have to see what comes and see what more games we got. Bob, what do you think? Is Call of Duty your type of game? Is this something you're going to play now it's in Game Pass? Are you a returning player, or have you always been playing?
Well, I don't play. I suck at the multiplayer. I don't know what it is about. I enjoy shooters. I'm pretty good against the enemy, but against other people, I suck. I don't know if it's my reaction or what, but maybe it's not. Maybe I just don't. I don't dedicate my life to being competitive, so I don't get any good at it. But I do enjoy the campaigns, all the Call of Duty campaigns. Black Ops, the Black Ops series is definitely my favorite campaigns.
Even Ghost?
Well, actually, Ghost is the only Call of Duty that I've never played, and that was mainly because of the negativity around it. The community was so divided on Ghost. But my favorite campaign of all time for any game was the very first Black Ops. That was trippy when you find out that, spoiler alert, you find out you're a mole that has been trained secretly to kill the president, and you don't even know it yourself until you start reaching for the gun while you're meeting with the president. And
Very Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah, and you start wondering, what are you doing? And you try to get control of yourself. It's really cool. Why is this the remake that's been added, Modern Warfare 3?
The new one, yes. The one that came out last year, the latest
the
one.
one that everybody hated because of the campaign being only 4 or 5 hours long.
Not just that, but because the campaign was quote unquote considered cringe in some aspects.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's
But
would you have started with this one? I know it's the release that came last year, but you've got Black Ops 6 that's going to be releasing in 3 or 4 months' time. Would it have probably been more beneficial to release the Black Ops series? Let's put all the Black Ops Call of Duties in there leading up to Black Ops 6, because that's the Black Ops that it's coming out this year. And then whoever's turn it is next year, release all their games in the series, whether it be Modern Warfare, Advanced Warfare, whichever one it is, go that sort of route.
That would have made more sense. I mean, because Modern Warfare is an ongoing series. There are staple characters in that series. Mm-hmm. And why release the third one when you don't have the first or the second remake on there? Would make more sense.
Yeah, because doesn't Black Ops 6 that's coming out, isn't that a continuation of 2 or 3? Black Ops 2 or 3?
Yes.
I remember reading it. See, this is the thing. It would have made more sense to bring out, right, let's forget Modern Warfare for now. That's last year's game. We'll release all them when it's Modern Warfare's turn again. Let's get all the Black Ops games out. Let everyone play all of them.
No, I disagree with you there. Disagree.
Why?
Like
because
they wanna sell
people will stay playing Black Ops, because Black Ops 2 is amazing. So people just play the old Black Ops instead of playing the new one.
6 is a sequel to number 2.
I know, but it don't matter. They want you to buy that. Why? Everyone's like, "Oh, Black Ops! I want to play the old one." They're gonna go buy it. Modern Warfare 3 is like an add-on to Warzone. It's like a Warzone campaign with like wars. Like if you literally download Warzone on its own, half the menu you can't play unless you're on Modern Warfare 3, because all the stuff is included for Modern Warfare 3 owners, like zombies and stuff. It's all Modern Warfare. It's all based in Warzone's map. So. Right. And they've done that because of the season. Black Ops isn't getting that season. This season is Warzone. So why not launch it with a brand new season? All those people that haven't played it because they've seen all those bad reviews, like I didn't play it. I didn't rush out and buy it. I bought the last one day one. What was the last one? Was it
Modern Warfare 2?
Modern Warfare 2. It was
before that.
Yeah,
was it Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I bought one of them like day one, but I didn't buy the last. I didn't buy Modern Warfare 3 because it's just. The reviews weren't good, and I prefer I play a bit of multiplayer. I play zombies, but I do like the campaign, and the campaign didn't sound like something I would want to pay for or full price. But them bringing it out now with the season pass, I'm going to jump on that today. I've installed it in advance, ready, excitedly, and I'm going to buy the season pass because it's WWE, and I want me some Rhea Ripley and Cody Rhodes and Rey Mysterio in my Warzone and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So they've literally made money out of me just by putting it in Game Pass that they would never have got, because I wouldn't buy the game. But putting it in for free, I'll play it, and then hopefully all those costumes will go into the next one when it finally comes out.
Yeah. I do agree with Ash. It's just what I said. Like they are putting Modern Warfare 3 instead of a previous game or our more beloved game of the series, because the currently ongoing game right now is this one. Is this Modern Warfare? This is the one that is getting the updates. This is the one that is getting the new microtransactions. This is the one that is getting all the new season passes. So they want to try.
Game Pass can thrive, isn't it?
Yeah, they are basically just saying that Jess Gordon was right in that situation, which he said that people they don't make money on Call of Duty because they bought the base game. they do shit tons of money because people buy the microtransactions. So it's not gonna be a problem for you to put Call of Duty Day One on Game Pass because people are just going to spend that much money now on the microtransactions. Wait a minute, you're telling me that I need to just spend like $20 for the subscription, and then all of the rest of the money that I was saving to buy this $70 or $100 game is just now going to, I don't have to spend this anymore on just a game. I can get it through the subscription. Hell yeah, I'm just gonna get the skins, I'm gonna get my battle pass, and that's it.
Yeah.
So what do we
I
think?
think COD could be more quickly. Sorry, I think COD would be much more financially viable. Like it'll make more profit by being free on the Game Pass because yes, you'll make those sales, but a lot more people will jump in and are happy to pay for microtransactions. Look at Fortnite. How many people buy bloody stupid skins because it's free, but it's not really. But
I won't play that till the Superman skin comes back.
I mean,
yeah,
like,
you'll be all over that like a tramp on chips.
yeah, like, and you know how powerful right now, like, Epic is just because of Fortnite. They are literally like what Riot Games is. Like, it's a company with just one fucking game, and that's it. That's their empire. Like, all of the money that they got is from a game that is free to play. Why? Because people kept on buying those microtransactions that get released every time.
But yeah, but I remember the original Fortnite where you had to pay for it, and it was like a tower defense type game.
Yeah, it was like Save the World or something.
Save
Bob,
the World, that's it. Yeah,
Bob, you're the one that was addicted to this. Come on.
What tower defense game?
Fortnite. That's quote unquote Save the World mode.
I loved Save the World. I was pissed when they didn't finish the story.
They canceled development on it. They just said, we're doing this because the battle royale seems doing way better. We're making a hell of a lot of money off of it, off of just cosmetics, stupid skins.
Yeah, well, people play it. It makes the money. Why do anything else? It's like Nintendo. Why they don't bother bringing out the new Switch because they keep selling the old one. Keeps making money. You just keep going until it stops.
Oh man, if they are just going with that thought, like they are never going to release a brand new Switch. Honestly,
I think they'll see what they do over Christmas, won't they?
And I'm really curious, like if the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be able to beat this one right now. I'm really curious about it.
Well, Nintendo do the same with Pokemon. The same game every year, just with a couple of extra Pokemon on the end.
Yeah, but it got to the point where the newest Pokemon game or the latest or one of the recent Pokemon games that got released was just really bad. Like it was considered this is really shit because it was really buggy. It was the same thing over and over, and then it got to the point where like people are like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna play Pal World, and that's it.
Tower World's the best Pokemon game I've ever played.
It's the only fucking Pokemon game you ever played, Bob.
This is true.
The Switch is nearly overtaking the PS2 as the biggest console ever in sales. I think by end of the year they'll probably surpass it. So they're probably just waiting. Like, why cannibalize that last sales of the Switch when they can keep pumping them out?
Yeah, like did you see that Jim Ryan before he left PlayStation? He made all of his speech saying goodbye, this and that on the press conference, and then at the end of it, he said, "Oh, by the way, the PlayStation 2 sold this much, okay? Like just to the Nintendo Switch is not going to be able to beat us in that."
Yeah, he added a few million on, didn't he, at the end?
Yeah, he decided to change the number all of a sudden.
He's an old guy.
For
Leave
years and years, for years and years.
By the way, I forgot about this.
And then now that some of the motherfucker decides to change it, like seriously?
It happens. We all make mistakes with numbers and again.
What do you mean? You misplaced 15 million console sales? Oh, I found him back at Sofa. Look at all these PS2 sales.
It's easily done.
There's
Someone
people
print the
buying
receipt off.
right now, I think.
It probably is.
Yeah,
Some
that's why
countries,
he's.
that's
why he's adding.
He went to Africa. He went to Africa and he found the only Game Shack there selling all these PS2s.
And he asked him how many they'd done.
He's paying people to. You want a PlayStation 2? I'll give you $50. Come on, just fuck it.
Oh, Shadow Mahal, what about you? You're a Call of Duty player. You like them type of war games and stuff. Is this a game you would have picked first? Would you have picked this one to go the first game from Activision of Call of Duty going to the service?
What I personally would have done was said, instead of releasing Modern Warfare 3 to come out first, I would have said released the first Modern Warfare, is it 2019 Modern Warfare?
No,
as well as the classic Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare to come with it, because then people can experience what Call of Duty used to be like on the older systems, like back on 360, as well as get the feel of, well, you've got a classic game. Here's how it is in the last 5 years. And you can really, then that way there'd be people who've been able to tell the massive contrast and how far the graphics have come, And not only that, it kind of brings some light back to the classic games, and then when, say, Black Ops 6 is due to release, they bring out Black Ops 1 on Game Pass to come with it, so then people can start getting an idea of the story of Black Ops. Instead of just going, right, here's Modern Warfare 3, sod it. Just because that's the current season, that's the current game.
I suppose another way of looking at it is it maybe by dropping the latest Call of Duty, is it to get that subscriber boost? What do we think it's going to do for Game Pass numbers? Now it's actually in the service as of today. Do we see an increase in Game Pass users?
Oh, most definitely. Definitely.
Right now for this Call of Duty specifically, I don't think it's going to be that much compared to Black Ops 6, because Black Ops 6 is the new thing, is the big shit, is the one that actually for the first time in a long time, people saw what the developers were saying. They saw gameplay from it, and everyone thought this is too good to be true, because it looks, sounds, and seems to play amazing. So this is the game that I think that is going to make the big jump for Game Pass. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 might do that, but I don't think it's going to do so much. I think this is more like a treat for already established users, because everyone was waiting to, okay, when are you adding Call of Duty to Game Pass?
Yeah, but you've also, I suppose, another way of looking at it is a lot of people, based on negative reviews and things, just didn't bother with Modern Warfare 3. They just played Warzone because that was all they were really interested in. And because Modern Warfare 3, by all accounts, isn't that good of a game. Looks good from what I've seen of it. Not played it. Haven't played Call of Duty in a very, very long time. But could this then bring in newer players? Because I haven't looked. I'm assuming not, because deal-wise between PlayStation and Xbox, I don't think it was ever actually agreed when the games come to Game Pass, they would come to PlayStation Plus. I'm assuming that never, when the deal was on the table, but it was never went through because they refused to sign it or something like that. So I'm assuming it's not on PlayStation. But I'm also assuming there's a lot of PlayStation fans that didn't pick this game up, and PC players didn't pick this game up, and Xbox players didn't pick this game up because of how bad it reviewed. Could it bring them into the service? Bob, do you think it's going to increase Game Pass subscribers significantly, small amount?
Well, I mean, if Modern Warfare 3 is basically what everybody's playing right now online, then yes, I think it'll increase Game Pass subscribers. But I'm so sick of them dipping their toe into the pool and tasting and checking the water. I just want them to throw the whole kitchen sink. I want them to throw the whole damn thing at it and say, boom, here you go. Then all the complaints anybody had about the price increase to Game Pass, they go away. They're like, okay, well, yeah, we got an increase of $3. And then you could say, yeah, but you got every Call of Duty they ever made.
Yep.
And it's on the service.
And you are getting all the future ones. Yep.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so what are they missing out on? I could go on the store right now and buy the old Black Ops for like $6. Okay, are you worried you're going to miss out on those $6 sales or these $20 sales for this one? Or nobody's buying those old games. Only the diehards that are playing campaign only and want to experience the campaign. Those are the only ones buying the old ones. The ones that are playing multiplayer are playing on the newest and the greatest multiplayer experience. So yeah, throw the whole kitchen sink at Game Pass and say, here you go. And you will see the numbers skyrocket. I would be surprised if they didn't increase by half.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. No, that'd be good to see. But yeah, again with the price increase, I didn't think we'd have one this soon because we've literally just had one just under 12 months ago, and now we have another price increase. But yeah, if they had dropped all the Call of Duty games or a selection of the Call of Duty games and then a selection of the other titles that they own or of the other IP that they own, then it's a pill you can easily swallow because you're getting more value for what you're paying. And you think, yeah, it's $3 increase, but I've now just got another 30, 40 games that I've now been added to the service. And I get all the newer versions of the Call of Duty every year as well, including that service. And then you can swallow that bit more. But it's this whole, it's taking longer than we think to get stuff done. It's like, what's taking longer? What's going on? What's happening? Why is it taking longer?
It makes you wonder if there isn't some fine print in that FTC deal that we don't know about. And that was the only way that Sony would sign the 10-year agreement is because it makes absolutely no sense to put games on there that nobody's buying anyway, unless they want to play the campaign.
No, but it doesn't make sense for Sony to, we are going to only accept this deal if you put one game at a time on your subscription service. Man, eventually all of the Call of Duties are going to be there. The next Call of Duties will continue to be day one on Game Pass. So why would Sony sign a document like that, viewing that as like this is a advantage for us?
Well, because you have to think. So not only are those older games selling for the diehards that want that campaign experience. On Xbox, they're also selling to the diehards that want that campaign experience on PlayStation. And what happens if you drop the whole catalog on Game Pass? You know how many people on PlayStation are going to say, well, I was getting ready to buy those 3 games, but all I got to do is get Game Pass and I get all 3 games and all future games.
And you can get a Fire Stick now.
But
they don't have to buy a console anymore. Just get a Fire Stick.
Yeah, but again, they can do that right now as well. And eventually, when all of the games there are available for the subscription service, they will have the same thought process. Like they can literally the game is on sale right now here on PlayStation, but I know that Microsoft owns Call of Duty now, and that one day this specific game. This specific iteration is going to be on Game Pass. So yeah, I'll just wait it out, and when it gets added, I'll just grab PC Game Pass or grab an Xbox Series S or a Fire Stick, and that's it.
Yeah, it's other options. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think the process is still the same. The games are still going to be on Game Pass. At one moment, so and it makes me question more and more so what's the big issue with the FTC? If there's something specific deal with the FTC for the acquisition to be allowed, or a specific deal with PlayStation for it to be allowed. I don't know. Like, what's the issue in just put the whole slate right now? Because eventually everything's going to be there anyways.
Just to be clear, the FTC didn't agree. They're still fighting it in court, which is the next story we're going to come on to in a minute. So they haven't agreed to, you have to do this, this, and this, and we'll okay it. The FTC is still fighting it against Xbox. It was the CMA that had the conditions that was met, and they signed off on it. But the FTC are actually still fighting it in court. Ash, are you there? Are you there, or have you gone wandering?
I think he died. I think he had
I'm just letting you chat away, mate.
No, dead man don't talk. You had a heart attack and you're dead right now. So yeah,
the Ghostbuster. I'm a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, he's literally just a ghost.
Yeah. Hey, you've got no camera. Your camera's fancy graphic. Fancy graphic. Oh, there it is.
There we go. Nice.
What about yourself?
So they're putting that TV up.
That's it. He's trying to tidy his room. Look, his toy behind him's got a boner.
That's terrible.
Wow.
It was terrible. What about yourself? What do you think it's going to do for Game Pass numbers? Do we think we see an automatic increase? Or
I don't think this current one that they've just put on will see huge gains. I could see a few people jumping on you could go, I'll try Game Pass for a month and see if it's any good. I think it'll be more beneficial to the actual game. I feel like it's going to shoot up in player numbers. Like there's 4 of us have downloaded COD because it's going on to Game Pass already.
Yeah.
Thimber and Muppet in chat have as well. So that's loads of people there. Out of all of us here, most of us have downloaded COD to try it at least because it's in Game Pass. We're not buying Game Pass for it, but I feel like it'll be very beneficial to the actual game. And I think it'll do massive numbers, especially with the season pass starting and everything as well. I think the new COD will move the needle a bit. I don't know if it'll be massive, but it was that whole thing. Like, people will buy things if they want to play it. Do you know what I mean? So maybe something as big as COD, if we start advertising it on. If Xbox actually pull the finger out and spend a little bit of money on advertising, putting some trailers up and saying, buy this for this much on, buy a Series S, play it with Game Pass and stuff like that, it could really increase the numbers of it, get those casuals in, get the people that are still playing COD on the PS4 and Xbox One and that into new generation. It might not do gangbusters, but it'll definitely have an increase, and it'll be interesting to see. But for the actual games themselves, while Game Pass might not boom, the games will boom. Like all the other games that go into Game Pass, the player count will be even bigger than ever before. So, we'll see. But I don't think this current one, I don't think today's one's going to get people rushing to sign up for Game Pass. But I bet it's beneficial. I bet they'll see a lot of people paying a tenner for this, like the season pass and stuff, and who weren't going to before. So.
Yeah, well, you've got, because I'd say it was quite a smart thing, Microsoft doing a deal with Amazon to get Game Pass on the Fire Sticks, and Amazon are doing the bundle where you get the Fire Stick, you get a Xbox controller, and you get a 3-month Game Pass for, is it $80? I think it is.
Something like that.
Which is, not a bad deal, so could encourage people, not saying so much PC, probably more on the PlayStation side of things, or gamers that are on older consoles or something like that. Maybe it would encourage them to pick up and try it. You're not going to get the console sale, but Xbox are more about getting the subscribers than getting people to buy the hardware. Everyone buys controllers every time they bring out limited edition controllers. People are over it. Has everyone seen the Deadpool and the Wolverine controllers? The ass controllers. I would love one of them. I'd never use it. It would just sit in display.
That's the point of why they did that. At the back of it with the ass is there. It would be so uncomfortable to try and play any game with them. I think they just made them just so that you could put them on your shelf, and then you can, every time you look up at it, all you got is just an ass pointing at you.
Yeah, but that's the thing that really annoys me is that it's again, you can only win them in a competition. Why not make it a limited edition? Make 500, make 1,000 of them.
That's
Have
a
a
Selling
huge
them
limited
issue.
run.
Like
Sell them at $200 each.
Yeah,
like
they'll sell. They'll
like
sell out.
this is a huge issue that like me and Ash have with Xbox for a long time, that they do these really nice console editions or controller editions, and they are like, this is just for giveaways. And you're
Yeah.
like, why can't I just buy it? Like, just you don't necessarily have to do the same amount of controllers as a normal one. Do a limited run or something like that. Like, fuck off.
Yeah,
I know, because some of them are pretty awesome looking and pretty like a collector's dream. Is like, hey, I got the Deadpool Wolverine Xbox and the butt controllers. Like, oh, dude, let me see those.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I think
why even have an advertising push if you're only giving away one console and two controllers?
and like I'm really like, what's the last special edition Xbox that was available for people to buy? The one where they were promoting Gears 5?
Yep.
The Xbox One X Snow Gears 5 edition or something like that. Like, was that the last one? And like,
No,
throughout
Cyberpunk.
they had the Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
the Cyberpunk.
They came with
Yeah,
the expansions, which they had to refund everyone because it couldn't run on Xbox.
Amazing. But like, you got some really good editions for some really nice different consoles. They're like, you literally got a console which is like was trying to promote one of the Godzilla movies, and like, you really got like 4 different consoles which were decorated and had things to represent the kaijus of the movie. So like, it was so well made, and then out of the sudden, fuck it, it's just for a giveaway. Seriously?
Yep.
Yeah, but they put Godzilla and Kong in Call of Duty, so you were fighting, then suddenly Godzilla and that walked past and shot you and stuff. It was amazing. Yeah,
No
it was
way.
Call of Duty Warzone. You're on the island, and it was when the film came out, and then there'd be Godzilla and Kong in the background doing stuff, and like Godzilla would like blast you with his he'd blast the island with his laser and stuff.
Oh, no way. Oh, that would have been
It was
awesome.
only a limited time. It was like on for a month. That's the last time I played Call of Duty. Was I downloaded it to try that out, and I literally got wrecked in about 2 minutes because I played on my own. Didn't know what I was doing. I like you parachute in like Fortnite, but you're like playing Call of Duty, and I'm used to playing Call of Duty on like small maps and knowing like every crevice of the map, where to hide, where to walk,
Where
to throw a grenade.
That's what you do.
And on Warzone, I was sniped so quickly. And then when I finally got on a machine gun, Godzilla wrecked me. I was like, always
wow.
fun.
Oh, it's a shame. It was a limited thing. That would have been cool to play.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's what I look forward to more, though.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Hopefully mine's downloaded the time we're done on here, and I'll be able to check. But yeah, as
no, I mean, like, like I was about to say, BMG, like, you did mention that the FTC is on Xbox again. What just happened there?
Yeah. Well, so the FTC has called Microsoft recently announced Game Pass price rises, exactly the sort of consumer harm it tried to stop by fighting the company's acquisition of Activision Blizzard King. And so obviously they're now gone back to still fighting it in court. Because they're still trying to get the deal overturned. Don't think they're going to be successful. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. But Microsoft, in response, has said it's wrong to call Game Pass degraded, responding to the FTC. It's common for businesses to change services offerings over time. And obviously that's referring to they've introduced Game Pass Standard, which comes in September 2nd, 3rd, somewhere around there.
For current Game Pass, yeah,
it'll come into Game Pass. If you're on the console subscription, you don't lose that, so they're not taking you off that because console edition doesn't include multiplayer, but it gives you day one games. But for anyone that was to join new, you wouldn't be able to use the console. It would no longer be there. It would be you would go on the standard tier, the ultimate tier, or PC tier as it stands at the moment. And standard tier, it's a lower price. Game Pass Ultimate's gone up by $3. Standard tier is $14.99, I think it is. It's going to be, and that doesn't have day one first party games, and selected third party games. So I'm assuming there's going to be deals in place, like whether it be part of EA Play or something like that, or a big third party game, and you're not going to be able to play it for X amount of time. So FTC aren't happy because they're saying, look, you're purposely offering, you charge more, but now you're offering less than a service when Game Pass Ultimate was this price and you was offering this, and now you put that up, made this other tier, but took that away, but it's still expensive, which they are now fighting in court. How long that takes, what will happen, we don't know. So I suppose the question is, do we think this is going to give FTC enough leverage in court to force a change in Xbox? Are they going to have to make changes to that tier that they've just created, or do you think court's just going to turn around and say, look, this deal's done, it's been done for this amount of time, everyone else is behind it except for you, no one else is complaining, on your bike? Ash, come to you first. We're not come to you first yet. Are you there?
Yeah. Let's go.
No, he's playing the kazoo. I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm playing the drums. Look.
We're not playing sound for this because it is awful. Absolutely awful.
It is awful.
Right, ear piercing, awful. So Ash, what do you think? Is FTC got a good point? Do you agree with what they were fighting for, quote unquote, to stop this sort of thing? Do you agree with them creating this standard tier and offering less but still paying what Game Pass was? Ultimately,
it's a load of bollocks. It's a load of bollocks. The only people that degraded Game Pass was the FTC when they stopped me being able to play Activision games. I can't play Diablo on Game Pass on cloud. I can't play this.
No.
Cloud
That was CMA. That was CMA.
Yeah,
it's got the rights to Ubisoft.
Same thing. All same
it's
thing.
Not the same thing. It's two different. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
but the FTC moaned about cloud as well. They're all fucking full of shit. So the only reason we're getting degraded products is because of these government agencies interfering. No one moaned when PS Plus fucking increased their prices fucking like 25% earlier in the year and didn't give us anything extra for it. No one moaned when they got rid of PS Now. No one moaned when Netflix made the like ad supported tier, so you can get ads in the middle of your films the same price as like the non-ad one, and then put the price up on everything else. Literally every single subscription service, Disney Plus, HBO, Paramount Plus. I mean, Paramount Plus and Warner Brothers and stuff are physically deleting the content, and Disney Plus as well, deleting the fucking films and TV shows from existence that you could only watch in this service you signed up for. They took them off the service and deleted them. That's degrading a product. But do I like this new tier thing? I don't really see the point of it. I could have understood a cloud-only tier, but again, what's the point when you have to go through Ubisoft for all of your blooming Activision games? Just makes it awkward. What's the point in all it seems to me is the point is to push you to go to Ultimate, because now it's like, well, everything but Ultimate is crap, so I may as well just spend a little bit more and get Ultimate. Price wise, it sucks, but the way everything else has been shooting up, it was expected. Like, you can't moan that that's gone up when PlayStation's gone up even more. You can't moan at any of it, basically. So, yeah, fuck them. Fuck the FTC, you whiny bitches. Sit down, cancel your lawsuit. Fuck off. What a waste of time. Do you know what? This is why we ain't got marketing in Europe, because they're spending all the fucking money dealing with these knobheads in FTC all the time. They have to pay all these lawyers. So, fuck the FTC.
We'll come to that. Bob, what about yourself? Do you think the FTC have got a point? Have they got? Is Xbox
No.
now sort of doing what they want, or do you think this is a standard thing in the industry and where things are going to go across the board?
I think the FTC is just showing they're biased because, like Ash said, Game Pass Ultimate is the same price, the same monthly price as the premium PlayStation service, correct?
Yeah, I think PS Plus Extras $99 for the year, and if you're on the premium, it's an extra $20, so it'd be $119.99 for premium, I think. But they've always got deals on at Christmas because PlayStation do it where you get it cheaper if you buy a year to getting it monthly or free monthly. Whereas Xbox is the same across the board, whether you pay for a year or pay for a month or 3 months.
Right. So, I mean, the FTC before, they were showing their bias before the when it looked like the deal was going to get blocked and the CMA still hadn't made their decision, and they were showing their bias then between Sony and Microsoft. And now they're just doing it again because now they're saying, see, we're telling you should have done it. I'm like, okay, well, have you ever actually used Game Pass? Do you know how much you get with Game Pass that is the same price as this other service that you're not willing to say anything about? That it's closest competitor, and you don't get as much as you get with Game Pass, but you're just going to focus on this because this is the hill you plan to die on. So yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's bollocks. See, you guys are rubbing off on me already.
It's bollocks. Utter
It's
bollocks. Go, Fabio. You look like you're dying to say something.
No, like it's just because the FTC tries to find an argument by saying that, but Phil Spencer said that they would not increase the price of Game Pass because of the deal. So, like, come on, everyone, even before the deal was announced, was thinking Game Pass is not going to stay the same price forever. It is going to get a price increase at some point, and it happened. And second of all, what proof would they try to have in terms of like saying that, oh yeah, this was because you done this and that because you just acquired Activision Blizzard and now you are just using all of your power. And third of all, if you think that the FTC has any chance of beating Microsoft, they can't. They just can't. Like, they were not able to beat Microsoft on trial for the acquisition to get blocked. The acquisition happened, and they are not going to make something that's like, oh yeah, Microsoft is now like the merger is not going to happen anymore. It's like demerge everybody. That's it. You are now two separate companies. Microsoft don't own you anymore. And no, that's not going to happen. Like, because when Microsoft sets their eyes on like, we are going to be acquiring this, then they are going to like show the power of a $1 trillion company there. Like, they don't announce an acquisition just to months later, years later, to say, yeah, we are giving up on this, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Finber, don't worry, we're not spending long on this because we said we'd do a bit of an earlier show so we could get onto Modern Warfare to play that. So don't worry, we're literally not going to be on FTC stuff much longer. Chowdermall, how about yourself? FTC, are they right in saying what they've come out and said and made a filing with the courts that Xbox are given a degraded service, or as it is standard across the board, prices go up? We know Phil Spencer said we're not going to raise prices, but that's been Xbox's problem from day one. They can't keep their mouth shut.
No. They
said
they said we are not going to raise the prices because of the deal. They of course would raise the prices at some point. Like, it's not the market for the subscription services is increasing their prices. Why would they not do that as well?
Yeah.
Here's
No,
the thing.
Go on,
Here's the thing, right? The first thing I'm going to say, and this is my opinion, right? I think the FTC are just whiny little bellends, right? And I personally think that they're just like these silly little bellends in the US government that go on about like guns. They need to ban guns and guns are dangerous.
That's a different thing.
Right?
Different thing.
I
FTC
know.
don't deal
I know.
with that.
I know they don't. I know.
Careful.
I know that. But I think that's what they're
Lord.
just like. They have a similar attitude to that, right? And the FTC are not actually run by people that know games. I personally think there's just people who think they know games, right? So I think they need to shut their mouths and jog on, and let it happen. It's happening whether they like it or not. I mean, how much did Xbox pay? Was it just shy of $69 billion? If they were told, oh yeah, well, if we can't have Activision now, then you can give us a $69 billion back. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not. He's like, well, FTC, like the CMA, they're independent body of the government. They're not. Don't get me wrong. They've probably got influences like the rest of them, but they are an independent body to them. But I can understand saying we're fighting for this, we're fighting for that. But it's a load of rubbish. I do agree, it is a load of rubbish. The fact that they're just seeing a price increase, jumping on it, as in, look, see, we told you this is going to happen because you let this go. We let you force this through, but hopefully it's just going to be something and nothing. Obviously, Microsoft is going to keep moving forward, adding stuff. Maybe because there's still a court case with the FTC and Microsoft is why we're not getting a lot of games at once. Maybe it's they don't want to cannibalize game downloads of other games that are in the service, because if you shove all these Call of Duty and Activision games in, especially games with nostalgia like your Transformer games, Prototype, Crash Bandicoot and things like that, people aren't really going to look at playing the other games that have just dropped in the service or been in for a while, because obviously every game third party wise has a different deal. Maybe it's on downloads, maybe it's a one-off payment, who knows? So maybe that plays a factor into it. Sorry, Bob.
So I mean, you know, it's that there's a ton of games in Game Pass already, and the word still gets around about these diamonds in the rough, and that's because they're showcased right there on the dashboard. Third-party deals for games by independent developers and stuff that are smaller developers that go into Game Pass that turn out to be like breakout hits. We found it. It's not like somebody just didn't randomly find that flipping through Game Pass. It was there on the dashboard. You saw it. Somebody said something about it online, and Call of Duty is not for everybody. I mean, if you're not buying Call of Duties, then you're probably not going to spend much time on a Call of Duty on Game Pass. It's just, it's a niche sort of thing. If you either love Call of Duty or you don't really care about it.
Yeah,
I don't think it would hurt the smaller games at all, because everybody's looking for that new diamond in the rough. Vampire Survivors,
Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush. What was that? Shoot.
Power World.
Power World, and that one game where the guns talk to you.
High on Life.
High on Life. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
High on Life. That stuff is still going to hit. You bring up the Game Pass home screen and the newer games that the third-party smaller developer games are right there. You'll see it. You scroll down and you see what's just been added, and you're like, oh yeah, I heard somebody's talk about that. Or
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and to be fair to Xbox, they do that better than either Nintendo or PlayStation. PlayStation, I love PlayStation, but when it's games added to the service, it's awful to find stuff. It's the story. So I don't know who does their store, but it's so bad, especially new game releases like smaller games. They just get lost in the shuffle, and you have to go searching for them to find. But to be fair to Xbox, new game releases, whether it's indie, third party, first party, when it's new, it's dropping. You pretty much it's there. This what's new on Xbox, what's new on Game Pass, and yeah, I do like that. I do like that. It makes things stand out a bit more and gets more eyes on smaller games as well as bigger games. Right, we'll move on from the FTC stuff. We'll still stay on Game Pass. Just this might be a quick one. I don't know. We'll see. So Xbox are reportedly, as reported by Windows Central, actively working towards creating another tier for Game Pass, a cloud tier with ads, which would make the service significantly cheaper. Which a cheaper offering, yeah, sounds good. It's all good, but with ads, how the hell are they going to work it? Playing a game, do you get to like just before a cutscene, you watch an ad for Durex or something like that, or Shadow Raid Legends, something like that in the middle of a game.
Tanks.
But War of Tanks, something like that. Is it something we need? Is it making more levels of tiers of Game Pass to make it more confusing for the audience? I think this is an awful thing. I think if you want cloud, you got to get Ultimate. You want people on your most expensive tier. Keep that exclusive to your Ultimate tier. Don't create a cloud-only tier where, yeah, it's a cheaper option, but you're getting ads during games. Or is it as you boot the game up? Is it when you pause the game? Is it in the middle of gameplay? I know this is still it's a bit speculation, but it'd be interesting now what you think of a cheaper cloud tier with ads and how you would see the ads placed. Go on, Fabio. Come to you first, my friend.
I mean, I would much prefer, would the cloud tier, I don't know if there's any mention of it, would the cloud tier have anything to do with games day one or no?
Nothing's mentioned. If you were to base it off now as cloud now, if you play games on cloud, it's only what's in Game Pass, isn't it? They still haven't made it so you can play your owned games in your library. Apparently, still coming out this year. By the end of this year, according to Jez Corden, you will be able to play the games in your library on cloud.
Natively.
But it's not natively, but it's not at the moment. At the moment, you can only play Game Pass games via cloud. You can't play your own games in your library. So, so as if we do it based on Game Pass alone, not playing your library games, because I'm assuming it's more aimed at getting people in that don't have a console, that don't have their library on Xbox, they've got their library on Nintendo or PlayStation or Steam. So I would say it's more aimed at people that aren't in the ecosystem at all currently. Is it a service you would agree with for newcomers, or do you think it's degrading?
No, it kind of makes more sense to have only cloud Game Pass tier than the Game Pass standard, in my opinion, because it would be the much cheaper option. And because when it comes to the message that Xbox has been doing right now, Phil Spencer, Sarah Bound, and Matt Booty, which is we want everyone to be able to play games, to be able to play all games, play what you want to, where you want. When everybody plays, we all win. That kind of message. When they say that, it makes sense for them to make a cloud service game because it will make more available to more and more and more people to it. Is it going to change anything when it comes to is it going to change anything when it comes to what I think of the service? No, I continue to have Game Pass Ultimate. That's the tier that I am interested on because I want everything. I just don't care about PC Game Pass because I don't play on PC at all. But like everything else from Game Pass Ultimate, I really love. I think it's amazing. And when it comes to new customers, I don't know because that really depends on the type of customer. Like there's people that really that are leaning towards like up. I don't necessarily have time to play, for example, this next Call of Duty, or I am not excited about the Black Ops 6. So why would I care about paying more to get this game day one on the subscription? I will get it eventually when it gets there, so I'll just buy Game Pass Standard and I can get to enjoy the multiplayer and all the other games that are there, which continues to be a huge library. Like it's not Game Pass Core, which only has 25 games. It's Game Pass Standard, which has the entire library minus the day one releases. But if it comes to a situation where the person like, yeah, I don't have money even to keep on having the Game Pass Standard subscription, then yeah, it can make sense for them to only go to the cloud thing because they're paying cheaper and they still get to play the libraries.
Yeah, well, fair enough. What about the whole ads? Would you be okay with like ads in the middle of a game
Oh, not at all.
to save money?
Like honestly, yeah, I forgot about to mention about this part. Like, oh man, this idea of putting ads in the middle of the game or in the beginning or in the like, don't care. Like, why would you fucking put ads in this goddamn thing? Like,
Yeah.
like I don't know. Like, I would be okay for them to put ads. I don't know. Like, you gotta when you are accessing your Game Pass Cloud tier, you get into a user interface where you can select the games, play, or whatever the fuck you wanna do, settings, this and that, and then you have some ads popping up or there for you to see, just like you can see on Xbox sometimes. You got some ads for there's this sale going on, or Capcom released this brand new fighting game. Oh, did you see that 2K is now releasing NBA 2K? Like there is this sorts of ads on Xbox, which they are not intrusive. They are not like aggressively intrusive. But if you are now going to be putting that on clouds, yeah, that's really fucked up. Seriously, like imagine in the middle of the game, you are, let's say you are in a really tough situation, you are almost beating the boss, and then the moment you are going to do the final hit, there's a big ad here for you to buy a brand new cell phone. I don't know what kind of ad they are going to be doing that, and then like it just fucks up the experience. It would be really horrible.
Experience Game Pass.
Right.
No. Go on, Bob. Go see. What do you think?
Oh, I was just waiting. Yeah, I got something to say about that, but before I do, can you share the screen that I put up there? Yeah, see that's my Bing wallpaper for the day. And when you mentioned Fabio and the Milk Mafia, I thought that was a nice touch. I think those are some of his. I think those are some of his employees.
Motherfucker.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Motherfucker.
Oh gosh. But no, so I don't believe Microsoft would ever do anything to impede the experience meant by the developer. I don't see any ads mid-game. Do I see something across the top of the screen during a load screen? Yes. Do I see something maybe in the bottom corner of a menu screen? Yes. Do I see maybe an ad thrown in between the developer screens when you first launch the game? Because keep in mind, cloud gaming, you're probably not going to be using a quick resume file to get back in the game. So when you start the game, you're going to have to go through the developers presentation screens at the beginning, and Do I see maybe an ad being put either before that or between a couple of the screens? Yes. Mid gameplay, no. I don't see them wanting or trying to impede the experience intended by the developer. You got some games like Elden Ring where there is no pause. You know, Souls type games, there's no pause. So it's not like I don't. That would be more work for Microsoft to even pause an unpausable game just so they can show you an ad. Or I don't see for them to impede the developer's intended experience in any way. I don't have a problem with it. I really don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's just like when you start up a Game Pass game, until the game's launched, you've got that Game Pass logo on the bottom of the screen. It's just, you know, I don't care. I really don't. If it's going to make it cheaper, and if they can really get their cloud service up to par, because it is really, and it's come out here recently that it's not just people's internet that is the deciding factor. Digital Foundry has touched on this here recently, that it's actually the bit rate coming from the servers that you are playing the game through. They need to increase that bit rate because some images are looking muddled and they're not as sharp as they should be. And that's what I'm hoping that GeForce Now will really help fix and up Xbox's game by including that service, because they've got it down. I mean, you would be hard pressed to tell whether or not you were playing something on GeForce Now or local.
Yeah, oh well, yeah. I've never, obviously it's not a service I use, GeForce Now, but you hear nothing but good things about it, and it seems to run rings around Xbox Cloud.
Yeah, all cloud services, really, to be honest.
Oh, good. Shadowwall, go on, what do you think? Is this who's this aimed at? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you want to see ads in games before games?
Ads in games is okay if it's done in the sense of something like a billboard in game or a poster in game, but for an actual pop up, I would soon be telling that game to fuck off, like I do with mobile games. I hate ads. Right, give me the chance, and I'll either skip the ad or entirely block the ads. You know, obviously with exceptions to certain YouTube channels, such as the XBL Network. Okay.
Good comeback.
But
in 3, 2, 1, here's an ad.
But like I say, when I'm sat trying to play a game on my mobile, even if it's just like Bejeweled, and I get an ad pop up, I go, nope, goodbye game, gone, it's off my screen. I quit.
You want to play a game called Marvel Snap where you don't get any of that.
Right. So,
like, I'm sorry, Shadowball. Like, I just thought this, and I think it's fun. Like, how funny would it be for them to, like, you're playing your game, you end it, and then out of the sudden you're like, "Are you having fun? Did you know that you can play this on Game Pass Ultimate?" Like, for fuck's sake, seriously.
but no, I think, like I say, ads itself are okay if it's done correctly, if it's done properly. If it's just a pop-up on your fucking screen, that'd be a hell to the nope from me. Yeah. If it's when you boot up the game, like when you've got, you know, like when you go to cinema and you got an hour and a half or however how long you've got of ads.
And then there's a pop-up.
You know, fair enough having a pop-up saying, you know, I don't know, maybe mention about one of the games, other games, like the developers of the games, you know, or something along the lines of that. But if it's just something that's not related, like I'm sat here, you know, I boot up Call of Duty and it's an advert for fucking Durex, you know, I'd be sat there like why what's Durex got to do with it?
experience, comfort, and speed with the brand new Toyota. Like you're like something like that.
That was good. That was good, Fabio. That was good one.
That was quick. That was quick. But I like the idea of if they were going to do ads in that tier alone. I don't know how they would implement it, but where it's actually in game, is like you say, on a billboard or a poster or a TV or something that's in.
Yeah, so
something like that. That would be bad.
I'll use Call of Duty for instance again. It's to say like I'm on a map. I know I've got Call of Duty booted up in front of me now. I've got Quarry here on my face, right? It could be just, I don't know, just like a random little picture on a wall somewhere, or it could be hanging from a cable on the crane in the middle of the map, or it could even be painted in absolute massive across the Quarry wall, the massive stone wall. Buy this or download this on GamePass now. Be pretty easy. I don't think it'd be too difficult to do, because I think it'd just be an image file on.
No, it's.
I actually really enjoy that kind of advertising because it makes the game more immersive and feel more lifelike. Exactly. If I see something in the game that I would see on a billboard on my way to work, it's just, yeah.
And the thing is, it's like when I start playing a game, the most people like, oh yeah, let's play the game, and they'll rush into it. One of the first things I do is I get to admiring the textures, and I will say again, Call of Duty, I'll go right up to the walls and look at every little dimple and every little crack in the wall.
Too much time on your hands.
Well, yeah, but but then I admire it, and then I go, well, I'm bored now. Let's start shooting some idiots.
Well, no, but I like that. I do like that. The product placement in that style. That used to do in the old TV shows and stuff, where holding bottles. Or did anyone ever see the Star Wars adverts that they did? And more about the original films, where it was, I think it was somewhere in Spain or Mexico, and they were taking bits of the film where they would reach for somewhere, and then it would start playing this music and be holding this like bottle of like Spanish beer or something like that.
Oh,
you remember them?
Cerveza Cristal.
That's it.
That was amazing. That is amazing.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, something like that would be awesome.
But as for the cloud, for the cloud tier,
who's it aimed at? Who's this cloud tier aimed at? Is it aimed at people that want to save money or new players?
So I personally think that it's aimed at the potentially PlayStation users. It'd definitely be for the Fire Stick users, the little boys that have come onto the show. I've got my gripes about the Fire Stick. Might do a game review on it. I personally think, yes, it'd be okay being it on the Fire Stick only, and you can only get it on something like a Fire Stick, or if you sat on the mobile, that'd be the only place. But it's for it showing up, say, on your Xbox console or on a PC. I don't think it's necessary, because I think at that point, I think most PC players that I've spoken to that do have Game Pass have got Ultimate, because PC Game Pass itself is dog shit compared to Ultimate, because most gamers on a PC these days do have their PC connected up via Ethernet, or they do have a very good Wi-Fi card in it, and so there wouldn't really be much point in them having just a cloud only tier, or they'd be paying for Ultimate and getting the whole thing. Like for instance, I have the whole thing, and I play the whole. I'll every now and again I'll jump onto xCloud. I'll play Dead Island or something, But I don't think the cloud tier itself is necessarily good. Putting it on an actual physical console or on PC, I don't think it's needed there.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Ash, are you bothered about this, or should we just move on to 20 questions?
I'll do it quickly. I
Go
don't
on.
think the ads will be in game. I think it'll literally be similar to Amazon when you try and watch a film on Amazon and they slap an advert on before you watch it. It'll be when you start up your app. It'll be maybe if you take too long browsing in the app, they'll stick an ad on, and I think you'll pick it and they'll put an app on, like they'll put an advert on while it's loading. Do you know when you normally have that little fucking spaceship flying across the screen?
Yeah.
I feel like that's where they'll be. Other than that, I don't think they'll be in game because I don't think people who make these games third party are going to want Microsoft making extra money off ad revenue by fucking with their games, basically. So that's what I think there. Who is it for? People with good internet. Like I never got the point of cloud, but since playing it on decent internet, I totally get it. I would so use it, but I don't see the point of just Game Pass cloud. It needs to have everything on, in my opinion, or at least a bigger selection. Like, and all these games that have been on that Game Pass cloud and have left, why can we still not play them if we own them? Like, they clearly work, so they're not on Game Pass anymore. So let us play them in the cloud if we own them. But other than that, it's probably aimed at phone people with phones, mobiles. That's the market, but they don't want to come to console because they don't want to pay for a console. They've got the phones, they've got the tablets. So, but yeah, I'd play it. I'm not fussed on ads though. I absolutely rage when Amazon puts one advert on before the film I've picked. I'm like, I pay for this, and there's still fucking adverts. Remember when it was streaming was supposed to replace cable, and now it's become cable. It's literally become Anakin Skywalker. It's fucked it up.
Right,
the chosen one.
Before we leave the talk about the advertising and we get into 20 questions, I just want to throw a question at the panel because whenever you mention advertising in games, the first thing that comes to mind is Death Stranding. So my question to the panel is, who paid who? Did Monster Energy pay Kojima Productions to be in there, or did Kojima pay Monster Energy to be in there? Which way did that
Monster
go?
Energy
I would
paid.
say, Monster.
Because
Kojima.
they took it
It's
out
Kojima.
in the director's cut. If you play the director's cut, they're not monsters; they're a generic, random, fake brand.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because they didn't pay for 2 games; they pay for 1, so they took it out of it.
yeah.
Wait a minute. What
It's
do you mean?
Kojima.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Advertisement in games. The first thing is Death Stranding. Everyone actually thinks Pepsi Man.
Do you remember the good old days of like Mega Drive and stuff, where like half the games were just adverts? You had like McDonald's games. It was great. Everything were an advert.
For who is the brand new Cloud Game Pass Tier 4? Joe. Joe Mama, don't get sorry.
Hell, Fabio. You've been drinking that full fat milk tonight, haven't you?
Right.
He's been drinking that Monster.
He's on the sweet stuff.
God damn.
Right, let's move on so we can wrap up.
Totally lost
Yeah, I
me
want to play. I'm tired. I want to play Call of Duty.
Right, so as we end every show with a game called Video Game 20 Questions. Tonight, I do not have the game. Fabio has picked the game. So anyone that doesn't know, hasn't played, doesn't know how the rules work, Fabio has the game. We have 20 questions to figure out what that game is with yes and no answers. The final guess has to be the game. If we guess wrong, we lose. We can't use the internet, phones, or anything else to help us. We have to dig into our mind palaces to figure out what this game is. Chat, we know we say it every single week. We've said it every single week for like a year and a half. Don't just shout out games. Help us with questions. Give us questions to ask.
And by the way, as we usually do, like they can always guess the game, say the name of a game before the end of the 20 questions. But if it gets wrong, the game ends and they lose. Basically, that's how it works.
Yeah, and there we go. As Muppet says, we don't care. Yeah, you don't care because you just Muppet, especially you don't have the intelligence to give us a proper question. You just mumble and
You're
And it's
fucking
not
damn
Halo
serious.
Infinite.
yeah. It's not Halo Infinite, so don't start going Halo. You know, we don't want any of that.
Okay,
Halo. That's talking through chat speak.
well, great. Let's go.
Right. So with that, let's let the questioning begin. Is it
Is it
go Bob, you go first.
multi-platform?
Yes, it is. Oh, well, I was going to ask console exclusive, so I'm glad you went first.
Ask it away. Is it constant?
Right. Oh god, we need Ash. We need to work out if it's classed as first person if you're in a racing car.
Oh god, no, don't start this shit again.
Or fighting game. What's a fighting game? What perspective is that?
Well,
Is this...
they may use their fists, so we could potentially class it as a fighting game.
Is this
Right.
a FPS game?
No.
No, that's all Halo gone. That's all of them gone.
If we're multi-platform, why would it be Halo?
All FPS games I meant. That's what I meant, but Halo just popped into mind.
Just logic is a bit confusing.
Is it
Right.
pixel shaded? Is it cell shaded?
No, it isn't.
Did it release? I'm going to do what I always do, 360 gen onwards.
You mean if it was originally released, or can you play it nowadays?
Was it originally released 360 gen onwards?
No.
So it's been re-released.
Or it is available through other stuff that people can access somehow.
I hope you're not picking PC or handheld because we don't do them.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No,
Good.
do you know what it'll be? It'll be a fucking like it's got a bear and a bird in it or something like that. You know what he's like? He likes
Oh,
it isn't. It isn't.
Barbie's horse riding or some shit like that.
God damn.
Barbie's horse riding.
Good, Shadow. You got a question?
L4.
What have we had so far?
Let's look in the chat because Nikki in chat.
Multi-platform. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
First person game. No.
No.
Pixel shaded. No. And was it originally released 360 onwards? No.
So, cheers for that, Nikki. That helps us.
The chat paid attention at this
seriously,
point.
thank you so
Normally I'll
much.
leave.
She's your biggest fan, Fabio.
Nah, for fuck's sake, no.
Dude, it for
They
you.
just sent you a message in the chat. Did you
Fabio.
read it?
Or Nick, don't say that. Go on, Bob.
Is it a fighting game?
No.
So
Should we ask like if it's like sci-fi games? Is it set in the future?
is it a licensed property?
No.
Right, so it's not a movie, TV product game. Been funny if it were Pepsi Man.
Is it an open world RPG?
No, it isn't.
Right, so it's nothing
How are
like.
we getting so in depth?
If it gets to the point where it is pretty tough, I'll try to put some bit of advice.
Well,
Okay?
so we've ruled out all RPGs, first-person shooters. So it's like nothing like Skyrim, Fallout, nothing like that.
You still got 13 questions left. Okay.
Is
Go on.
it side scrolling?
No.
Is it a first-party studio game?
No, I don't. No, it's multi.
Okay, no, I won't count. I won't count.
Yeah,
no,
no, because we know it's multi-platform.
Okay.
Oh, but
fair
then
enough.
again, no, because it could have been.
No. Okay, so
No,
can I
back in
count
day
or
though,
not?
they never multi-platform.
Yeah. So yeah, you can count it. Yeah.
Is
So
it
that's-
a 3D game?
I'm counting. Okay, 9 questions. Come on.
Is it a 3D game?
Yes, it is a 3D
Oh, it's-
game.
3D game.
Is it a survival game?
Oh,
If you mean like you kind of have to survive, but it's not necessarily the survival games that you know usually. Okay, let's say no, it isn't. It isn't. Just so you won't have to be confused. Just so you won't get confused. Okay,
if you have to survive, but not properly. But no, it's not.
It will make sense. It will make sense.
So it's got survival elements, is what you're saying.
So you can craft things, but you don't have to craft things to stay alive.
No. Again, it's not like you what you're used to. It's come on, guys. It's before the 360. Like you already got that.
Hey, BMG. Do you reckon he might be talking about bloody Minesweeper here?
we'll put it past it. Right, so what have we got? So it's a 3D game.
We hadn't narrowed down the consoles. We hadn't narrowed down the developer. You keep just fucking shouting out fucking genres. We'll be here all day.
What do we ask if it was developed in Japan?
I don't know. Fabio doesn't like he plays Japanese games. Too cultured for him.
God damn.
Was it developed?
I never played Tekken at all whatsoever, apparently.
Was it developed and published in America?
Yes, it was.
Right, so it's American studio. So it's not going to be anything like Ubisoft because they're French and Canada. France, Canada. I don't think they've got a studio in. Go on.
I mean, I see you guys only got 8 questions left, so I will put my bit of advice here. It was, for its time, considered as extremely violent. I might give up the game here with that.
Was it made by Rockstar?
It was made by Rockstar.
Yeah, I know.
So I will say, my next question was going to be that because I was thinking it might be Grand Theft Auto.
Well, it can't be Grand Theft Auto because it's not an open. Oh, it's not an RPG though, is it? Grand Theft Auto.
Technically, it would be considered an RPG. Technically,
Grand Theft Auto's though, because you don't buy. You don't
have skill points, I think.
Yeah, no.
You don't have skill points, but you do level up skills.
Yeah.
So technically it is an RPG, but technically it's not.
RPG elements.
You are role-playing as an asshole, basically, in the Grand Theft Auto, apparently.
Three assholes.
Are you being watched by a director in this game as you're violently murdering things?
You are.
Should I just say it, or we?
Yeah, just go. Come on, it's fucking bedtime.
Is it Manhunt?
It is Manhunt, everybody.
God, that was banned in so many countries as well.
Pints,
it
mate.
was banned. It was
4 pints of your finest Brazilian milk.
Yeah. That was like that was a lot of countries that was banned.
Told you
that
I got
like Thrill
game.
Kill.
I told you I got an interesting one for us to do in 20 questions, honestly. I gave the game away by saying that it was extremely violent, right?
Finbar.
To be fair, I was going to say because I thought it was GTA, but we'd have narrowed it down to Rockstar, so I think we might have got it in end.
Finbar puts, I know what it is. Does the game feature a man?
Nick is asking for payment for hard work.
Well, you would have got paid if you was a member. You would have got a free video.
Oh my fucking lord! Actually, like you're a man saying that's what my lord.
I was Bill. Right,
Condemned was a good guess, Muppet. Right. Anyway, so we're going to get out of here, everyone, because I want to see if my Modern Warfare 3 is ready to go. If not, I know the rest of us want to jump on it. Thank you, panel. Been awesome. Been awesome to have you. Bob, have you got your show tonight? Or is that
No,
tomorrow?
it's Thursday night. Thursday night.
Thursday night, yeah. 'Cause we've been doing Thursdays, haven't we? Do you want to tell everyone where they can find you on there tomorrow?
Yeah, it's the KY Bob YouTube channel. The show is called Game Set Live. Fabio here is the original panelist for the show. Yeah, there've been a lot of changes since we started, but old Fabio's still hanging in there, which we enjoy the milk, so I'm glad he's still there.
Oh my fucking okay.
Did he get milked live on show?
No. My
Other than that, Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, Twitter, X, it's KY Bob everywhere.
Awesome. Chowder Ball, obviously you're our guest. You want to tell everyone where they can find you and whatever you want to promote while you're here?
Well, the
Not
easiest...
barbers, of course.
Yeah, just
No, I'm staying away. I'm
off
staying
with
away
this
from them.
advertisement there.
I wouldn't be the Lord of Afros if I got rid of this. So I'm still staying well clear of barbers.
Looks like you've been electrocuted.
No. You can find me. The easiest way to find me actually is at shadowmall.com/socials. All my links are on there.
And you can find us here mostly every week. Obviously, some weeks we're just a bit busy.
Just a second here. I'm sorry to interrupt you there. Sorry, Nikki. I wasn't ignoring you at all. Like she decided to write it down in Portuguese. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, she's slapping you around in your native language. That's what it is.
That's your number one fan, Fabio, and you just
Jesus.
kind of dismiss her.
Emma. Goddamn.
Rumor is she's going to buy a Fabio T-shirt when they come to the store.
She's gonna buy a Fabio
she's
pillow
nice.
just like yours.
It's going to be a pint of milk with Fabio attached to it. Little Fabio's floating around. Right, that's it from us, everyone. Thank you very much, and should hopefully catch you next week, but we'll see how it goes. Hail Satan.